What'd you think?
Man, like, I don't know where I want to start with this, to be honest, but I was gonna like start with myself, but I feel like I'm gonna like review the episode before I like go into my story. I feel like how do I want to word this? In this episode, like, I feel like it gave you who you wanted based on the number of times you rebelled, and like if you didn't rebel, like you would like have to accept whoever it gave you, like, for real.
Okay.
Like I said, they rebelled like what 998 times, so they actually got paired together since they rebelled that many times.
That was the ultimate match.
So it does like live up to what it says. Like it matches the right people 99.8%
Right.
of the time.
That's what's crazy to me is like we were dissing it like, no, that's just not accurate. That's not even natural. But then it actually ended up being right. And that's like crazy. It's almost like fate a little bit. But do you think that fate could be turned into an algorithm and simulated?
That's really, really tough to say.
That's weird if it is. If it is, what's real then? What is natural?
That's fucking crazy to think about.
And that makes it like, that makes me really think like, damn, that algorithm was really like fate. Like, having it to where they would go together for a second, and then not, and then together again for a second, a little bit longer, but then they're breaking up because he ended up breaking the trust. And then they get together, and then when they finally get back together, it's like, no, like, we're sticking, I'm not letting nothing take you away. Like, that's some shit that would really happen in real life. So it's like we were spending our whole time, like, judging the system. Like, fuck that, dog, that's not the fucking shit. That's not how relationships are. That's not how love is. And it actually ended up being like, no, like, love happens regardless of whether there's an algorithm or not. That's what it seems like, right? So that was interesting. What was your story, though? You said you had a story?
Like, I don't think like this anymore, but like the last time I was in this thought process, it was when we were all at Rick and Morty, and it like brought me back to like my God complex again.
Okay.
Just like how like I felt like this world is like, this is gonna sound really fucking weird. I felt like this world is like a simulation, like for real. Like everything that happens is like revolved around me. Like I feel like somebody's like, I feel like pretty much like The Sims. Like somebody's playing me and they're like, all right, we're gonna make this dude Bo Danny's cousin. See how he reacts. See if he likes it or not. Then like if something bad happens, let's see how Danny reacts to the situation. I feel like just like everybody around me like was a simulation. Like nobody's like real. Like it's all just a simulation. Like I feel like I want to kind of kill myself to see like what would really happen. Like is this like really real or not? Like,
isn't that crazy? I've had thoughts like that too. Like the only way you really know is if you killed yourself. But then it's like now you're turning into a psycho. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, are you really though? Yeah, you are, but are you really though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or are you just being open-minded?
No.
And then it makes me think like, damn, so like Kurt Cobain and people like that, were they crazy? Or did they just crack the code? And are they off in some other world now? While we're trapped here?
Damn, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you really know? How do you really fucking know? Or did they fuck themselves? And now they're fucked. Like, how do you know?
No, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't. We really don't. That's the thing. That's why it's better off, I feel, to just ride it out, ride the wave. But that's crazy because I can't disprove you on all that stuff you said. I mean, I can tell you that I'm living in my body, so to hear you say that's kind of trippy because it's like, whoa, like, no, that can't be true because I'm in my body and what? None of that. I can disprove your theory just because of my own experience. of being in my head.
But like, I don't know that
but
you
you
have
don't know that
experience.
exactly. Like, there's no way to prove that though, unless we like merge brains or something.
Oh no.
So it is kind of weird that way. But I mean, even this is like a simulation with two people, so multiple people can exist. I think of it as like an MMORPG. It's not like one player and a bunch of computers. There's a shit ton of players, maybe a couple computers, but a shit ton of players.
I wonder how like our viewers are gonna take this. They probably like these motherfuckers right here.
We had to go deep. Anime wasn't doing it like, for this level of thinking. We had to go into AI and shit. But yeah. That's wild. Even the way that she had flings and he was stuck in their relationship, like that's some shit that would really happen. I wonder what this would be a simulation for, if this is all a simulation.
Damn.
What are we trying to figure out?
Like, what would be our best lifestyle? I feel like.
Could be.
And like, this is just one of like 1,000, I guess.
Or what if they're trying to test our willpower? Like, what if it's just a bunch of brains in jars? Rick in his basement has like that cylinder, that glass cylinder filled with liquid. What if it's just a bunch of brains in some warehouse somewhere? And each brain is like one of us. And they're just seeing like, ooh, how much does each brain achieve in the simulation? Ooh, this one made a Fortune 500 company. This one must be a powerful brain right here.
That's fucking crazy.
Right? Or this one, started a war. Or this one, did this.
Sometimes I think, like, our observer...
And then they eat the strongest brain. No, I'm just playing.
It's like embedding things into my, like, brain. Because I feel like at one point, like, it's like I have these thoughts and it's like, why do I have these thoughts? Like, I wanted to be like, well, I didn't know at the time, like, before I started at Valari, like, I didn't know that I wanted to be a cook until, like, you was like, hey, you should work at Valari. Like, how do I not know somebody?
Oh, that I'm like a computer simulation that, like, guides you in that path?
Let's see what happens if he becomes a cook.
No,
Become a chef.
I like to think of it a little bit bigger than that. What if cooking wanted you, so cooking used me to bring you to it? That's the way that people think about God. Like, oh, like God might put you in a bad relationship just so that you can learn from it and then come closer to God. You know what I'm saying? Or God might give you a near-death experience just so you can, have faith in Him or whatever. So, it might not be like, oh, Bo is the simulation that's controlling my life. More like, there might be some bigger entity that wants you pulled towards it so it uses me as a tool, But I don't know. I'm just simulation, man. What do I do?
Don't know. You really try to throw me off or something? Like, nah, he's on to us. Make Bo say something.
Right.
Like, throw him off.
So, anyways, back to the show. Like,
I try not to think like it, bro, but it's like shit like this makes me like go back into that thought process. Like, oh my goodness, like I did have a God complex.
That's a conundrum because you really can't prove it because everybody is in their own head and they can't prove that anybody else is in their own head. So it kind of is like, who the fuck do you trust? That's why when everybody started turning on them, that's what got me. It's like, how the fuck do you know that there isn't some button somewhere that somebody can push, and then everybody that you know that you thought loved you and cared about you is immediately like, shows their true nature, that they're actually fucking androids. And they do not serve you, they serve something else. That's how I feel like the media is a little bit.
I feel like that's how like society is too. Like, oh yeah, you get married, have kids, and like me and you were like I said like during the last episode, like, nah, I'm about to break that cycle or whatever.
Dude, programming.
And then like everybody's gonna look at us like weird, like, oh, you were like 40, you don't have any kids or a wife. Like, what do you? No.
What's wrong with that?
I know, like,
if you're happy, you know.
Mm-hmm. But the simulation ain't gonna allow it. I feel like we're gonna be looked down upon or frowned upon.
Fuck it. I'll be the first one. I'll be the pioneer of a new era of lifestyle.
Shit, me and you might be the ones fucking escaping the simulation, bro.
Maybe. Shit.
Like, Bo and Danny have tried to escape their lifestyle 1,000 times. I don't know what it's gonna lead up to, though.
I don't think we're the only ones, though. I can think of a couple people. Leonardo DiCaprio still ain't married. He's still dating and shit. He's in his 40s. He's just living it up. Fuck it. I got bread. I'm famous. I'm about to live this shit up. Fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I get married and have kids and ruin the fun? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I fuck with that. You know? But for real, dude, that's definitely programming. Like, the media and shit. I feel like it would be so easy to, like, post a story and then immediately just sway the public's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Persona is. You know what I'm saying? One story airs, oh, this person did this. People don't even think, like, is this the truth? They just immediately accept it as truth. Immediately.
The media is mementos, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. People, like, a lot of people, the masses, don't have the capability to just think for themselves anymore. I feel like.
You see, it's like, what you saying is starting to feel like more of a simulation to me, like.
I mean.
Like, break free!
Yeah.
But, like, then again, are you even real? Like, is my words gonna have any effect on you? Like.
Maybe not. I mean, obviously to me it is, and I feel like a select group of people, but I feel like the majority of people, especially as technology advances, just don't have that capability. It's becoming more and more lost. You know? Definitely makes you question what the future's gonna be like. But who knows? All these threats, like, you know, you might be like, oh my gosh, it might be bad. But you see how, like, when he was pointing the taser at her, you thought that was gonna be bad, and then she put her hand up to it, like, no, that's not even real. You're no threat to me. That's why I like her. She's a beast. The dude was kind of on some. He was just like hitting every branch on the way down through that whole episode. But she was kind of taking more control. I mean, they both did at the end, but you know, yeah. It seems like you like that one a little bit more than the other one.
Hell yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Because, like, I can relate with this for some reason. Like, this episode more than the last one. Like, they in video games fucking each other. Like, I can't really relate to that.
I fucked with that shit. But, yeah.
But, like, this dug into my thought process. Like I said, like, I thought like this for a second. And then, like, I didn't realize that I thought like it until, like, they brought it back up. Because we was about to make an episode about it, too. Like, nah, bro, you got God complex. You the one that said it, too. Like,
yeah. Have we dropped that yet? Rite of Passage? We never dropped Rite of Passage? We gotta drop Rite of Passage, dude. We already got it recorded. We gotta drop it. Rite of Passage. Coming soon. It's a mini movie that me and him made a long time ago. It's like one of our first projects that kind of dives into our psyches of, like, me being, like, feeling like growing up and, like, coming of age. And then him, like, having, like, a God complex and overcoming his own God complex. And then us meeting each other as we're both overcoming our own obstacles that are in our own heads. It's a super dope movie. And it barely has any words in it. But it's fucking sick. And I think we did good for our first project. So that's going to be coming on the way. Watch out for that. And the battery's almost dead. Do you have anything else? Any last words? How much time do we have left on the battery?
oh, shit.
14 seconds. 12. 11. 10. That's how I was thinking of it when I was watching this shit. Like, damn. We think of time so much, too. Time is a figment. Have you heard that? Time isn't real either. Time is a figment of your imagination.
Time affects everything we do, though.
Right?
Going to work, waking up, everything.
Which makes you think it might be a simulation. Since, like, why is time so important? Should we even care about time? Like, because we're forced to think about time so much. Clocking in, waking up, going to sleep, exercising.
Like, everything we do, like, is a result of time, I feel like. Like, oh, yeah, I gotta do this before I hit 30.
Yeah, even with age, too. I gotta get married before I hit this age. I want to live a life to where I just don't have to think about time.
That's what I'm trying to do, and it's like so difficult.
It's hard. It's definitely hard.
Like last year, like just thinking about that shit led me into depression. Like, oh my god, it just drove me crazy. Like I try not to focus on it now. Like, just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Or if you do think about it, don't dig too deep into it to where you just lost in it. To it drives you crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. I feel like you got to be completely independent. You essentially couldn't have a job. You essentially have to be one of those homeless people who have like freed themselves from the system. Like, sure, I'm homeless. Sure, I don't have a job, but I'm not a slave. I used to see plenty of people like that in Miami. Would be like that. Like, you pity me? You're the slave. Like, you'd be like, oh shit, like, what the fuck? That's getting super deep. Like, you're working for the man. I'm free. Like, oh shit. Do I need to abandon all my material possessions and all the things that I think matter? That's what they quoted in the Bible, you know? Where Jesus said to the rich man, you know, that he has to abandon all of his things in order to follow him. And the rich man couldn't do it. And he was like, it's a shame. Because it's hardest for you. Because you're rich.
Dang.
Yeah, the Bible's got some deep ass shit in it. That's why, like, for me, I like try to think of like balancing it. Because yes, of course, Jesus, of course, yeah, you said that and that's deep. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to be a bum. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give up everything. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. Like, of course, in theory, it would be amazing, but I'm not going to. But trying to find an equilibrium, you know what I'm saying, is my focus. Not get too caught up in the materialism and always remember